Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Dee Michelle with Top Notch Designs, and today we're going to go over different types of zippers and different sliders. So let's go ahead and get started. First we have what's called a regular coil separating zipper. As you can see, the coils are here in the front. This is separating. This is used for jackets. Next we have a reverse coil zipper where the coils are on the back side, so they're invisible or hidden, I should say. This is also a separating zipper, so good for jackets or coats. And let me put them side by side so you can see the two. Reverse coil, regular coil. Reverse coil, the coils are at the back side. Regular coil, the coils are exposed to the front. Next we have a double pull coils separating zipper. So there's two pulls. There's one slider in the front and one slider in the bottom. And this is a separating one. So this is great for heavy duty winter coats or jackets, or really long winter coats or jackets. The only thing with these is you need to make sure both of these are lined up. These sliders need to be aligned properly in order for this to engage and zip properly. If they are not properly aligned, you will not be able to zip the coat in. As you can see, these two bottom pieces would not line up and it will split open. You can unzip this from the bottom to open it up so that you can get some leg room, or if you're sitting and driving and it's cold out and you want to be able to open up your jacket but not take it off, you can open it from the bottom. You cannot unzip the coat from the bottom. You would have to completely disengage both sliders for it to separate and open your jacket to get your jacket off. Next we have a coil pocket zipper, and as you can see, this has a bottom stop, so it does not separate. It also has a top stop, so it does not separate. This is great for pockets, exterior pockets, interior pockets, purse pockets, whatever kind of pocket. Next we have a number 3 coil zipper, and this is a separating one, and this is used for lightweight rain jackets of any sort, or a lightweight jacket, or even a lightweight shirt that you want to have zip or unzip. You can use that. Next we have a reverse coil non-separating pocket zipper. You can use this in a pocket. You can use it in a vent zipper on a vented jacket or a vented pants or something, or interior pocket. Next we have what's called our tooth zippers, and as you can see, they have teeth. This is a separating one, and these are used for jackets as well, coats, jackets, vests. We also have a double pull tooth zipper. Just like the coil one, it has two sliders on here, and as you can see, both of these need to be aligned in order for you to engage it and it zip properly. If not, you will not be able to zip this and it will split. As you can see, both of those are aligned right there, so it's not going to split open. Again, used for winter coats or anything, a heavier winter type coat or a long coat. And if you're sitting and driving, or just sitting and you want to keep your coat on, again, unzip from the bottom so you can have some leg room and zip it back down. Next we have a reversible pull or reversible slider separating zipper. And as you can see, this slider goes from front to back. It's reversible. And this is a separating one, so you can use this on a reversible vest, a reversible coat, whatever you make that's reversible. Next we have a tooth pocket zipper here, and as you can see, it has a bottom stop. Again, you can use these for pockets. I would not use this for a fly zipper or anything, because this plastic coils, there's too much unzipping and zipping, you will damage the coils and the teeth on these, and they'll break easy. I also would not recommend this as an exterior pocket zipper because, again, when you're in and out of a pocket constantly, trying to force it or have gloves on, these teeth will break easily. I would recommend the coil as a pocket zipper, the coil pocket zipper, which is right here. I would recommend this for pockets of exterior pockets, or even for fly zippers on pants. Next we have a metal tooth zipper, and as you can see, the teeth are metal on here. This is a separating one, and this is for heavy duty coats. I mean thick, heavy duty coats. So great for winter coats. This, of course, you need to make sure that it's completely aligned, just like the other ones. Otherwise, you would not be able to zip it, and it'll split. And if this splits on these metal teeth, it's really hard to get it to fix it, to unsplit it. So I would recommend this on really heavy-duty jackets. It lasts a long time. Not so good for places with a lot of humidity, though. They tend to rust. So California and places like that, the teeth tend to rust on them. But, I mean, it's still a good quality zipper. Next you have what we call a metal tooth fly zipper, and this is literally used for denim jeans. This is mostly what they use them for. You can use this on pocket zippers, on heavy duty coats, but 99% of the time we use these on denim pants, jeans for the fly zipper. I would not use this, I mean you can, but I don't recommend using this on regular pants that are not heavy, because this is a very heavy zipper. I would recommend the number 5 coil on the crotch or fly zipper of pants because it's a little bit more durable but not as heavy as the metal one. I definitely would not recommend using a number 3, which a coil also. I would not recommend using this on a fly zipper of any pant as it will fail. Next we have our waterproof AquaGuard and/or AquaGuard. They're called either one. This is a separating one, and this is used for any jacket or coat or tote bag or anything that requires it to be completely waterproof. You would install one of these zippers, and then it's sealed from the back side with a seam tape to prevent any leakage. We also have that in by the roll, and we also have it in double pull. So again, top and bottom. You can use this in the heavier coats. Again, both of these need to be aligned properly in order for you to engage this and it zip properly. As you can see, both of these are lined up, and that's not going to split open. This is used for winter coats, and just like the tooth one, you can open it from the bottom so that you can sit down and get some leg room without having to remove your coat on a cold day. Next we have the invisible zipper. It's probably one of my favorites because, well, you can hide it. This, as you can see, you cannot see any coils. The coil is on the back side, but even when you unzip it, you cannot see any coil. And this is hidden in a seam. So when you use this on dresses, you can use this on pants, you can use it on a side seam of anything, or a main zipper that you want hidden in a seam to where it looks like it's seamless and does not have an opening. This is the perfect zipper for that. Alright, that is all for our zippers. Now we're going to go over our zipper sliders and the different type of sliders that we have. We have here a Vislon number 8, a Vislon number 5 slider here, and a number 3 slider here. And we'll put all the number 3 and the number 5s here. And these are the different type of tooth sliders with pulls. So this is a number 8, and as you can see here, this is a number 5. It's a lot smaller, and this is a number 3. And as you can see, it gets smaller and smaller. The way you can tell is this has a wide front and a wide back, and this is how you know it goes to a tooth zipper. It needs to have the wide front and back to engage in both sides of the teeth. So as you can see here, this has a wide front and a wide back. Same with the smaller one, the number 3, a wide front and a wide back. They also have what's called a locking and a non-locking. As you can see how easy this goes up and down. This is what we call a non-locking slider. This one here, see how stiff that is a locking one. And what I mean by that is when you have a non-locking slider like this one on your tooth zipper, if it's in the up position, it does not open. If it's in the down position, it does not split open. And we'll demonstrate it with the locking slider. Now with the locking slider, if it's in the up position, it splits open. You see that? If it's in the down position, it does not split open. This needs to always be in a down position in order to not split open. If it's in the up position, it will always split open. Only on a locking slider. This does not do that on a non-locking slider. Now, if your slider is in a down position and it still splits open, that means your slider is bad, not your zipper, and you need to replace the slider. Same with your non-locking slider. If your non-locking slider is on your zipper and it splits open, no matter what you do, if it's in down or up and it splits open, that means your slider itself is bad and it needs to be replaced. You do not have to replace the zipper unless there's any kind of teeth or anything missing from it. Then you would need to replace that. That comes with locking and non-locking on the number 3s as well. As you can see, this number 3 is a locking, and this number 3 is a non-locking. We also have a different type of number 5 slider, and as you can see, this one's kind of rounded around the edges, and this one is kind of squared, almost squared off. This is for your regular tooth zippers. This one is for your rounded tooth zippers. So if you see a rounded tooth zipper and you try to, and let's say your pole is your slider is broken, if you try to replace it with this one, this slider will not work on the zipper. You would have to replace it with one that has the rounder edges. Next we have our number 5 reverse coil and coil sliders. And just like the other one, we have our reverse coil, and as you can see, the fat part is in the back and the skinny part is in the front. This would be for a reverse coil zipper. The fat part is always going to face which way the coils are facing. So if your coils are reversed and facing to the back, you need a reverse coil slider, which is the fat part in the back. If your coils are facing front and you would need the fat part in the front. So a regular coil where the fat part's in the front and the skinny part's in the back, that goes for a regular coil zipper. And let me show you on a little bit different of a slider here. As you can see, fat part in the front, skinny part in the back. This is a regular coil slider. On this one, same color, but again, different. Fat part in the back, skinny part in the front. See the difference between the two? This is a reverse coil. This is a regular coil. This is a locking slider. This is a non-locking slider. And just like the other one, you would need to be able, this is a non-locking slider. So if we put this on here, if it's down, it's not going to split. If it's up, it's not going to split. That's a non-locking slider, so it's good. Again, same like the tooth one. If it does split, if it's up or down, that means this slider is bad and you'll need to replace it. Now we're going to do the non-locking, or the locking one, sorry. And I'm going to do it on a reverse coil because I don't have a regular coil. And again, slider is down, not going to split. Slider up, going to split. Same with the other one. If this slider is down and it splits open, that means the slider is bad and you'll need to replace it. Not necessarily that the zipper itself is bad. And just like any other zipper, it needs to be fully engaged all the way down to here, meaning you need to make sure that these two line up. If these two are not lined up where that line is, then you will not be able to zip this properly. And then you'll be able to engage that all the way down in there, if you can see how that went all the way down. And it zips with ease. See how this is lined up? That is not going to split open. Now, if I did not line that up, let's just say that this was, let's just say, for example, that it's a little up, where it's slightly up. See how it's slightly up and not quite on? If you try to put this on there, let's try to put it on. You see how that won't zip? And see how it gets stuck? Because it has to be fully lined up and there's a gap there. There should never be any gap whatsoever, and it should match up completely perfectly. If for whatever reason that you put on the wrong slider, this is a reverse coil slider. As you can see, the coils are to the back, the fat part is to the back. Let's just say we try to put a regular slider on here. See how the fat part's in the front and the skinny part's in the back? This is a reverse coil slider, zipper. If I try to do this, you see how this is not lined up whatsoever? No matter what I try to do, even if I try to line this up, you can't zip this up. That's because this is not the correct slider for this reverse coil zipper. This is a regular coil zipper because the fat part is in the front. These coils are to the back. The back coils need to have the fatter part to the back. They need to be able to engage and latch on to the coil. And because this slider is on here, you cannot engage with the coils. And as you can see in here, it's dragging. Which when it drags like that, you will ruin your coils, and that's how your zipper fails. So your zipper will not zip with this whatsoever. You can force it, but it will not work later. I promise. You need to make sure, again, see how I have the fat part to the back and the skinny part to the front? My coils are facing to the back. This is going to line up perfectly. I'm not going to get any drag, and it's going to zip beautifully. Alright, that is all. Wait, I'm sorry. That is not all. That is all for the number 5 sliders. Now we're going to go over number 3 sliders. And number 3s are literally the exact same as the number 5s, just tinier. Again, fat in the back, skinny in the front. This is a reverse coil non-locking. Fat in the front, skinny in the back. This is a regular coil non-locking. Fat in the back, skinnier in the front, but a locking one. See how that doesn't move? And then this is just a slider that's missing the pull. And as you can see, it's just missing the pull. See, there's nothing there. You can get a pull like this to help you along until you can get a better one. Or you can find one at a store that you can have. They sell single, just regular pulls like this at stores that you would be able to just attach onto here and pinch it closed, and that'll help you to get your zipper working again. So if whenever you have an issue and your slider breaks, you can do that. But only if it's one that you can take it off. Where, see how that's open? If you can open that and put a new pull on there and pinch it closed with some pliers. That's the only way you can do that. If it is one of these ones here, where, let's see if we can get a lighter color one that you can see it on. if it's one of these, you see how there's no way to get in here whatsoever. If this breaks off, this pull, you cannot use this again. But if you're out and about and it's broken, you can put a paper clip through here just so you can at least zip your coat up and down. You can put a paper clip through there until you can get a new one. But you would have to replace this entire slider mechanism. And that is because there's no way to just replace the pull. But just in case you need to have an emergency and you need to get out of your coat, always keep a paper clip on you, because you can just put a paper clip right through that little hole. If this breaks off, you just put it through that little hole so you can zip your coat up and down. Alright, well that is all for today about our sliders and different pulls and our different types of zippers. Next time we will talk about going over how to replace a slider on a zipper, or replace just a pull, depending on if it's the pull itself or the slider. So we will go over that in our next video. Until next time, if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to try and answer them as best as I can. Until next time, I hope you guys have a top-notch day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.